Good evening, brothers and sisters. Happy to be back with you on this occasion. And we know that we've had the death of his passing, the brother's ascension is old. It's old news, it's old subject. But the question is not who killed Tupac. We know you always have those of us that's willing to sell out. There's no question about it. There's always those of us that's willing to sell out and do anything. There's no question about that. The question is, why was he killed? Why was he killed? Not who killed him. We know that you have coons, traitors, cutthroats, sellouts, and buy-inners. You're going to have them. There's no doubt about it. Well, you understand that. You're going to have these people, but why was the brother killed? And in order for us to talk about that, we have to talk about his connection to the most honorable Dr. Khalid Muhammad, Minister Khalid Muhammad, Dr. Khalid Muhammad, and what he meant to the nationalist movement and what he meant to Tupac. You and me, brothers and sisters. I want to get it together because I know this is going to be long and strong. We have to talk about this. We have to have understanding on what's going on, what we're up against. See, because many of you feel that just because you can get on the internet and say a few words, act a fool, because a lot of you are doing it on the internet, acting a fool, taking your shirt off, showing your underwear, females showing their thongs. You know, it's a different generation. Totally different. We're in a generation today that has no respect for themselves. They can have no respect for others. We're talking about death. Death is been taken lightly. The killing of our people. This is what they do. They get you to kill somebody who is well respected among your generation. And so as a result of that, killing other people is no problem. This is what they do. They'll get you to kill. And it's really horrible. It's horrible. They'll get you to kill. And when they get you to kill someone in your community that is of high stature, of a high nature, in the sense that they can deliver knowledge and make a passageway for you to come out of the dark, to stop running amok, then you'll say, well, somebody killed Tupac, he was black, so I want to kill someone else. I don't care, because the ones that killed Tupac was black. So as long as they're black, I want you to get into this mindset with me. Just understand. If you have no respect for yourself, then you can't respect your neighbor, your brother, your sister, no matter what degree they are. It's impossible for you to respect them. Just impossible. I see all the media coverage. Who killed Tupac? Oh yeah, there's some other people involved in this and that. But why was he killed? Listen, let's talk about this, because we got to talk about it. Why was he killed? Tupac is widely considered the most influential, and that's at 24, 25 years of age, influential and successful rapper of all time. I want you to just walk with me a little bit on this. Just come with me a little bit. Shakira is among the best-selling musical artists that have ever graced the rap stage. having sold more than 75 million records. So you can check this worldwide. Much of Shakira's music has been noted for addressing contemporary social issues that plague inner cities. Now, Jay-Z is not doing that. The only other rapper that did that was as young as Tupac was Biggie Smalls. Biggie did it, Tupac did it. What they talked about touched personal and social issues. That's fact. But Tupac was most noted for attacking contemporary social issues that plagued inner cities. This is not someone that the enemy wants around. This is a busy field slave. He was busy. He understood what he was. He understood where he came from. He understood what the social issues were. His mother, Afeni Shakir, taught him greatly on that. Let's understand. I want you to understand, because I don't think you know what Tupac Shakur really meant and the fear that he cast against the establishment. So I just want to go with that. You have Mutulu Shakur, his father, stepfather. You have Asada Shakur, his step aunt. You had Afeni Shakur, his mom. Billy Garland was his father. Don't talk about Billy Garland. See, because you gotta know. You gotta know what he came up from and what affected his life, what molded him. You gotta know that. If you don't know that, then you'll miss the whole thing. If you don't know that, you'll believe that black men with black intentions killed Tupac, but that's not true. Black men may have done it, but white hands puppeted the black hands, and white faces puppeted the black head to get this job done. His stepbrother, Mopreme Shakur, he used to rap with him. Then you had his cousin, Castro. Listen to these names. Revolutionary names. These names are revolutionary. Now, during the latter part of his career, because we could go over all of it. We know he was an actor. We know that he played in socially conscious movies and all of that. I'm talking about the stuff with his friendship with Jada Pinkett, because I think that's messy. As a matter of fact, I think Jada Pinkett is messy. I think she's very messy. So we're not going to talk about that. But let's talk about the man himself. Get away from all the candy glacier and talk about this brother, this stone of hope in the community. In the community. Tupac was born in New York to parents that were both political activists of the Black Panther Party. And you have to understand this, because the philosophy of the Black Panther Party, irregardless of sellouts and what sellouts say, the philosophy of the Black Panther Party in its maturity ended with Khalid Muhammad. Because after him, there was some shady individuals that came along. But when Khalid Muhammad walked this earth, he took Tupac under his wing as a little brother. And Tupac believed in the philosophy of Khalid Muhammad. Not only that, Ice Cube and all the rest of them followed him. Yeah, even the ones that started melting, Ice Cube, he said Ice Cube started melting on him because they were looking at that money, right? He talked about Professor Griff. What Professor Griff, what did he do? You see him backpedaling. Now when he talked about Khalid, the reason why I stopped hanging around Khalid was an agent from the beginning, Professor Griff. An agent from the beginning. It was bagging away from him. Well, we got to make our money. When it got hot and heavy, they bagged up. So Tupac never backed up away from college. He would have never backed away from college. He was built for the direction of college soldiering. He was built for it. He's born to parents that were political activists, Black Panthers. When you talk about the Black Panthers, I want you to understand something. This is not run of the mill. The Black Panther Party, self-improvement, the 10-point program to fix communities. These programs covered our social issues and was not only that, but was our outcry or our manifesto to what we weren't going to put up with, right? As Black people in the Black community. Now, raised by his mother, a finisher, right? Located in Baltimore in 1984. And then they moved to San Francisco, I believe, in 88. Now let's touch that. Let's touch that, brothers and sisters. Let's touch that. You got to talk about Afeni Shakir. You can't talk about Tupac without talking about Afeni, who was an American political activist, member of the Black Panther Party. She was the mother of Tupac and the executor of his estate. Listen, listen, listen. She founded Tupac Amaru Shakur Foundation and also served as the CEO of Amaru Entertainment. Now, this was a bad Black woman. She had everything going for her: education, knowledge of the streets, administrative skills, socially and behaviorally directed in her son. No matter how bad it got for her, she wanted to make sure that he knew that he had choices. So this is very, very, very important. See, because other than that, these rappers pointing hands at each other. The agents, all the agents are pointing hands at each other right now. They don't want to be found out. They don't want to be found out. You got Ice Cube pointing fingers at Puffy. You got Puffy pointing fingers at Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg pointing fingers at Suge Knight. Don't leave out Dr. Dre. Don't leave him out. It's some shaky stuff going on, brother. This is real shaky stuff. Because you have been, and I say again, hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run up, told and tied, tucked and told, and pulled all over the place in every which way, but right up to the truth so you can know exactly what's going on. Now, Afeni Shakir Davis, Alice Faye Williams, whatever you want to say. Born in January 1947 and ascended May the 2nd, 2016. Was a political activist. This is important. Bold, Black, beautiful sister. Member of the Black Panther Party. She was the mother of Tupac Shakur. She was over Amaru Entertainment and a record and film production company she founded. Now, with her taking the helm and her daughter, now who has the helm, they were going to be sure that Tupac would meet his goal. She gave him to us as a revolutionary. She was very vocal about that. She was going to make sure that he made his goal. What was his goal? To fight contemporary and social issues that were happening against the Black community. She raised him in that. She raised him in that. You have to understand that. This was no accident. This is what made him a threat. She comes out of Lumberton, North Carolina, right? And moved to the South Bronx with her mother when her mother got a job in as a factory worker. And I remember at several of her lectures her saying that she would often go over this. She would often go over this. She had honor grades. She qualified for honor grades. She was very intelligent. She wrote the school newspaper. The Franklin Flash in the 9th grade, she won a journalism award. She received congratulations from the mayor, who was Robert E. Wagner. Who was Wagner? Wagner was an American diplomat who served 3 terms as mayor in New York in 1954 to 1965. When running for his 3rd time, he broke with, Tammany Hall leadership and ended the clubhouse reign in the city's politics. So he had some pull. He had some pull. That shows you how far-reaching she was. She was in the Bronx High School of Science. Okay? You have to understand that. She was in the School of Performing Arts. Everything that she was in, she exposed her children to. This is very important to remember. She chose the latter because for the actors, arts, and guilds, because she felt the actors was free spirit. If you look at Tupac, Tupac got into acting. His mother managed him. And she ended up dropping out after 1 term for school. This is a high school, School of Performing Arts, because she didn't have the money to afford the material. So she began drifting and became a member of the Bronx Street Gang called the Disciples. Now, she worked a postal job, becoming one of the first women mail carriers in New York. I'll tell you, this was a powerful black sister. After hearing Bobby Seale, the barbecue man, who was an agent, I'm not going to touch that right now. Now, after hearing Bobby Seale speak, Afeni joined the Black Panther Party when they opened an office in Harlem in 1968. She met Moma Shakir of Sony Muslim, whom she married in 1968, November of 1968. Yes, November 1968. Following their marriage, she changed her name to Afeni Shakir. She became a section leader in the Harlem chapter of the New Black Panther Party. She was a mentor to members such as Jamal Joseph. Who's Jamal Joseph? This is how powerful she was. Jamal Joseph, right, is an American writer, director, producer of the poet, activist, and educator. Joseph was a member of the Black Panther Party and the Black Liberation Army. Okay. He was prosecuted as one of the Panther 21. He spent 6 years incarcerated at Leavenworth Penitentiary. See, you gotta understand who Tupac's mother was. You gotta understand that. A lot of you don't know. See, because you feel like the revolution is over. Excuse me, brothers and sisters. You feel like that there's no need to fight anymore. You feel like that we're just living our lives. You have brothers and sisters that are standing up for you today, that are fighting, will ask you to donate $2. You won't even donate. Were arrested and charged with counts of conspiracy to bomb a police station and other public places in New York. This is what was said. You know the devil will lie. And the devil is a liar. You know that. But I'm just reading this to you, brothers and sisters, from my own research. They set bail at $100,000, which is equivalent to $798,000 today. It counts of conspiracy to bomb a police station and other public places. For each of the 21 suspects, that's what they had to pay. They didn't intend to let them out. Black Panther decided to raise bail for Joseph and Shakir first so they could work on raising bail for the remaining 19. So as you can see, there was influence. Now, we're not going to get into, because we're going to take our time with this. We're not going to try to rush it. But we know that everyone was connected to this sister they tried to attack. Mutulu Shakir, right, in 1975, they tried to attack. We know they tried to attack these brothers and sisters because Why would they do it? They tried to attack them because they knew that one black man could put 1,000 in flight, two can put 10,000 in flight. Oh, yes, you can. If you're determined, oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can. And you had not only one, two, you had 5, 6, 21 Panthers. 21 Panthers. But Tulu was a new Africanist activist and a member of the Black Liberation Army who was sentenced to 60 years in prison. 60 years. Why was he sentenced? For involvement in quote-unquote 1981 robbery of Brink's armored truck, in which a guard and 2 police officers were said to be killed. We don't know the story. We don't know the story. The story is being told. We don't know it. Because normally when a person is dead, you can't hear their side of the story. The only side that we get is the story of the coons. Sellout, wine bills, drug dealers. The only story that we get, brothers and sisters. We have to be concerned about getting to the truth. And I've been tasked with the opportunity to get some of the truth out, because you'll never know the whole truth. But let's get some of the truth out today. Assata Shakur was his step aunt, Assata Alekubala Shakur, who is still alive. Who is still alive. All praises be to Allah God. Is an American political activist who was a member of the Black Liberation Army, 1977. She was convicted in first-degree murder of State Trooper Warner Forster. This is what the devil says. During a shootout on New Jersey Turnpike, 1973. She escaped from prison in 1979. Now, I ask you, what person, much less black person in their right mind, is going to stand there and let the police kill them? I'm just asking you a question. I'm just asking you a question. See, anytime it's you, they build it up. Police write false reports, and that report is there. I mean, you're literally fighting for your life when you go in front of the courts, because that report is there. Police wrote it up. And if this system don't change, it's doomed, because you're going to have a clash. That's what you have to understand. You're going to have a clash. It's the system that's broken, and only war, it seems, will fix it, because the man don't know how to leave you alone. He literally can't survive without you. This country and the white Western global power structure cannot survive without you. And there are those that are trying, it seems like they're trying to fix the system, but the system is so broken. That's why I say there'll be wars and rumors of wars. Tupac had people around him that were organizing. He was on a mission. His mom, a major leader, exposed them to these truths. Even when drugs was taking her over, she said, I don't want you dealing no drugs, and I don't want you messing with this stuff. You on a mission. You have a mission to complete. And the son, because she imbued him with power, was able to deliver the mom. You don't hear me. They're trying to break up the black family and are almost successful because black women have become ignorant. You have become ignorant. You've been seduced by this devil. And the black men have become feminized by the devil and can't deliver the black woman. So here the black man and black woman end up fighting against one another. One will lie against the other, and it's just the entire pattern that's created insanity across the world, across the globe. But we have a chance to change that, brothers and sisters. Because Afeni Shakir left the example. Mutulu Shakir left the example that, wait a minute, you don't have to be bound by this. There is a way. There is a way. September the 9th, 1996. Shakir was shot 4 times by an in a drive. Before that, a time before that, he was shot. But this time, they said they was going to get him. Now, unidentified poses a problem. You mean to tell me that somebody could drive by, shoot him, and not be stopped by the police? Nobody would see exactly what's going on. See, that's where Puffy comes in. That's why I tell you he's an agent. That's why I tell you he's an agent. He organized the entire thing and see, and you have to understand that something's wrong, because Puffy was a dancer behind Heavy D, I think it was. And how he rose to stardom is anybody's guess. Anybody's guess. Anybody gets it. That's how you know these agents. They don't have any history behind them, but all of a sudden they're up one day. All of a sudden they're up one day. Same thing with Cardi B. Same thing with Cardi B. No real history, no real talent. Except a pretty face that could dress provocative and sell and talk about her vagina. And we will follow anyone that the white man has put the light on. I'm just telling you, not doing good investigation. But we will have gods and goddesses in front of us, handpicked by God to do the work and to cast the message. And we won't get the message until the message is gone. Before the death of Tupac and Biggie, there was no such thing as gangster rap. They built a false rap on top of that, use false music. And if you look today, there are no real rappers. Not today. You may have rappers from the past that are rapping today that have been given a new breath of longevity. But there was, I say again, there is no real rappers today. The ones rapping today, many of them are rapping about what they have. Many of them. But how many are invested to making a change? That's why I like listening to Boosie. Boosie is invested in making a change. Building a city, being able to, so he can house black people and be able to pull wealth. He's doing it on his own. You can do business in your community amongst your own people. You don't have to sell out or buy in. Around all of these people, I want you to understand that. So much so that people took pictures that they posted on the web before and after the shooting. You mean to tell me that you couldn't identify who did it, brothers and sisters? A lot of dirt is on the rap community. A lot of them sold out. Many of them knew what was going on and still sold out. Just being honest with you. Shakir was shot 4 times by an unidentified assailant in a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas. Died 6 days later. Following his murder, Shakir's friend turned rival, the notorious B.I.G., was considered. Here's the white man playing us against one another. I'm just saying. I'm saying. Playing us against one another. B.I.G. Big was first considered as a suspect due to the public feud. See, you find something going on, he's going to build on top of it. You got to know that. It's the blueprint. It's the blueprint. Now look at this. He was also murdered in another drive-by shooting 6 months later, March 1997, while visiting Los Angeles. Right, trying to make a social visit. They knew what it was about, and so we can't allow him to go and talk to Tupac's mother and beg apology. We just can't do that. Well, no, we can't do that. because that's still going to be mending broken fences, killing. And come on, sellout niggas, I want you to do it. They went against some sellout niggas that was willing to buy in to kill. That's the truth. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. So now, Tupac's double-length Bahamas, one of the greatest hits, is from the two releases. One of them is a certified diamond. 9 hip-hop albums, all from social conscious, talking about what's happening in the community, telling you to clean up your personal life. 5 more albums since Shakur's death, including his critically acclaimed The Don Killuminati, the Don Killuminati album, the 7-day Theory in 1996, under his stage name Machiavelli, all of which have been certified in platinum in the United States. In 2002, Tupac was inducted in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. In 2017, he was inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility. Rolling Stone ranked Shakur among the 100 most greatest influential artists of all time. He was awarded posthumous star on Hollywood Walk of Fame. Now, I want you to understand why he was killed. Here's a man of conscience. He had a conscience. Tupac had a conscience. They couldn't buy him. They couldn't roll him up. They couldn't sell him. So they had to do something. See, anytime you can't be controlled, they've got to do something about you. And they'll use your own people. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's your own people they will use against you. I just want you to know. I just want you to know. They'll use your own people against you. You have to understand that, because I already understand what's going on. I know what I'm up against. I already know it. If you don't know, then that's your problem. But you better wake up, brothers and sisters. Now you're seeing all the rappers that were involved, they're all talking now. If you knew, why didn't you say something? And if you didn't say something, who are you working for? Well, I got to ask, brothers and sisters. They got to be working for somebody, right? Somebody's paying their bill. And you see all these black actors doing the impossible. Well, I'm going to start making movies doing. I mean, look, I just want you to pay attention. None of them have done anything major, but they're walking around with all of this money. You know how it works. If you don't work, you don't eat. Any agent that have done evil for the establishment, America reward their killers. When it look like they're doing the impossible, all you got to do is study. Look real close. You see a wire leading from them and a chain, and the man is holding the grip of the chain. He's sitting that dummy sellout and one that's buying in, or an idiot, black idiot, because you have to be an idiot to work against your own community. You have to be. You have to be. You think that you can do any evil and not get the repercussions of that evil while you're out of your mind. And these are the ones they want. They want the ignorant ones that are willing to sell out or buy in, so they can get them to do anything. Some people will do anything for money. I mean anything for money. Take your life or kill your child for some money. We got to be wise, brothers and sisters. Pardon me. We got to be wise. We got to do better. We got to do better. All the major threats to Americanism that was a part of black nationalism are dead. All the major threats are dead. All the major threats are dead. The only people you leave alive is the ones that are ineffective. You got to know that. And that's what I'm telling you. If you're ineffective, they'll take you out. I'll take you out if you're ineffective. So, brothers and sisters, that's what I want to leave with you. I don't have anything else for you. Just that. In short notice, just that. And my desire and my prayer is that we can understand. My desire, my prayer is that we can come together as a people, as families, as couples, as whoever and whatever we are, to build for the Black community. See the truth so that we won't make the same mistakes that the others are making. That we can look at Tupac and let him be an example. Let his life be an example that no matter how hard it gets, I'm not going to turn out against the Black community. I'm not going to turn against the Black community. I'm not going to sell out, and I'm not going to buy in. No matter how hard it gets, I'm going to continue to teach the truth. Let his life serve as an example to us to do likewise. That's all I have for you. I'm sure there are shows now where everybody is getting this stuff off, but the responsibility of his legacy is laid upon us. And if we follow it the right way, he will bless us in so many ways. His spirit will bless us, and we'll be able to carry on the work. His mother's work and training will not be in vain. That's what I have for you. Talk to you soon, brothers and sisters. Peace, and I love you. Fathers, fight to keep your families together. Mothers, fight to keep your families together. Teach your children to love one another and teach them to have a purpose and morals that won't allow them to sell out. That's what I have for you today. That's the example that has been left for us, that no matter how hard it gets, still do right. Fight to do right. That's the example that has been left for us. It's the only choice we have. It is really the only choice we have. We have no other choice. I say unto you peace, and assalamu alaikum.